Hello, greetings and welcome in everyone. My name is Harriet Citadel, avian alien sentinel VTuber, perpetrator of creative chaos, and general maker of things, and welcome in. Hello, Oakley. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you all. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. And happy Monday. I hope that it has been treating you well so far. Whew. Sorry for being a bit late. What a way to start a week, huh? Ah, man. I was doing battle with my USB ports because it couldn't find my camera. It couldn't find my camera and I had to reboot my machine 3 times. That was not how I intended to use the last half hour before stream, but okay, here we are. We're here. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? The plan for the day. I hate it when I accidentally break physics. Super inconvenient. Yes, indeed. Hello, Sky. Good to see you. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi, hi. Joy. But yes, we did in fact accidentally break physics, so I've got to fix that. That is indeed the game plan for this day. We are going to be working on Professor Callahan's stinger animation again, so yes. About to go sleep, but please take this cookie and some good vibes for the stream. Oh, thank you so much for the cookie, Sky, and rest super, super well. I will probably be done by the time you wake up. I really, 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 really hope that you rest well, and yeah, I'm taking digital cookies and throwing them straight back at you because you deserve all of the cookies. You deserve all of the cookies. Thank you, Sky. Rest well. Oh, it's always good to see Sky in chat. Always a good day when Sky is around. But anyway, we are going to be repairing the physics on Professor Callahan's code firstly and foremostly. Bacon, thank you so much for the renewed sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the Twitch renewed sub. So greatly appreciated. 5 months, wow. I can't believe it's been 5 months. And thank you so much for all of that support. It is amazing. Thank you, 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 thank you. Oh man. How are you doing, Bacon? Good to see you, good to see you. Let's switch screens so that I can talk and work at the same time. There we go. Wow. Sure. I think I've got to just tweak something really quickly because it looks like something shifted ever so slightly over here. Did it? No, it's me that needs to move over here because this is in slightly the wrong place. That way, and let me just re-register that because otherwise next time it's going to be wrong again. I want to be here, and I want to expand that and say record position. There we go. Night rain has consumed my entire life. I was up till 2 AM last night and the 2 nights before. Oh my word. That talk about consuming life indeed. Wow. Sure. Wow. If you've been having fun, well, then I count that as a win, I guess. I hope. Oh man, I hope that you've been having a good time with it. Let me see. I need to come over here, find the part that's broken. Here is the part that's broken, yes. Here is indeed the part that's broken. I have my friends that are crazy. I'm being carried, but it's fun. Ah, yes. Having gamer friends that can carry you has its perks. It definitely has its perks. Just as a weird aside, if you notice that I'm looking slightly sharper in my movements today than previously, that is intentional. I turned off the smoothing on my head tracking in terms of X and Y positions and such, because I found that it was not grabbing the small nods and things that I do while I'm speaking, which has a major impact on the expressions and stuff. So if you've noticed that I am a little bit bouncier and crisper in my movements, that is intentional. Because I found that it was actually just smoothing out so many of my little gestures, of the few that I can make with media pipe tracking, literally only tracking my head. So yes, I just wanted to sharpen that up a little bit, make it slightly more accurate. But yeah, but no, having your friends carry you in game, yeah, I can think of worse strategies. I can definitely think of worse strategies. But yes, so we've got to fix physics. And the physics that need to be fixed are that this coat is settling into the resting position way too quickly. So we need to repair that. Basically what is happening is I need to come over here and I need to actually add another... I need to add another group. I need to add another group here. So animation, new animation layer, come on, animation folder, there we go. Pull this 1, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, put this one below here. And drop 0 on this frame. And that is going to be frame 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the clean lines here and we're just going to make those lower opacity for the moment. And what we're going to do I'm just going to delete that. Expand this the whole way through because it makes no sense why I did that stupid thing. Because it's all the same clip. Add frame 1. And we're going to grab some of that color. Hide all of those because they're wrong. And we're basically just going to give ourselves a new set of keyframes. To make sense in terms of its angles. There we go. Bill K, hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. My name is Harry Citadel, avian alien sentinel VTuber, perpetrator of creative chaos, and general maker of things, and it is a pleasure to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Now here what I want to do is basically make everything swing out just a little bit more than what it currently already is. Citrina, hi, the art looks amazing. I am super excited. Yay! That is fantastic, fantastic. Sai, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, everyone. Good to see you all. I hope Monday has been treating everyone kindly. How goes? And also welcome to June. I can't believe we're already halfway through the year. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And there we have a hydrate. So everyone acquire your nearest safe consumption beverage. And let us take a sip. I am on water for the moment because I finished my after supper coffee. Ooh, sad. What are you all drinking? Hydrate. Lovely. Dying inside a bit, but less now that I'm here. Oh, I got fruit punch. Ooh, nothing at the moment. You must see. When we get a hydrate, everyone needs to take a drink of something because I can't be the only one who stays healthy. Keith, hello, hello! Or Keith sibling, potentially, asterisk. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Monday, everyone. Hope that it's treating everyone kindly. And let's go for here. It has. I had work early and finished enrolling in my classes. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Congrats on completing the enrollment process. That's always a load off when you know that, okay, it's in and done. A nice Sprite today. Ooh, fancy, fancy. Oh, cool, you're South African? Yeah. Shh. Yes. We are indeed of the variety from that part of the planet, supposedly. Asterisk. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I think from this one we're gonna be okay to be back at rest. On the timing there. Yeah, that puts that entire static gap a little bit more in place. So let's just check that on our animation loop, just letting it render out quickly a little bit so that we can see. Back, try again. That did look a little bit better. Let's just scrub. Yeah, it just needed that extra little bit. It just needed that extra little bit. Okay, so now we come in here and we figure out how to do this in-betweening. How many frames have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if we've got 4, that means we've got 3 in-betweens. Yes? Do you know a way I can easily contact a large group of South Africans? I do not know, actually. I am not involved in any large South African communities, actually. Like your best... Like, if you want to get in contact with a large group of South Africans, I suppose your best bet is looking at a relevant community group on Facebook. Beyond that, I have no idea, actually. I've actually honestly got no idea. Neither community groups nor expat groups I'm involved in at all, so I have no idea. honestly. I really have no idea. It's kind of wild. So let me just hide that for a second. I want to put on onion skin and put 1A in between there. Okay. Green is where we're going, blue is where we've been, but oh my word, it's so pale. It's so pale. I can't see that. Let me go to my background layers and just hide this. And make paper like that. Maybe now I can see? Now I can see. Okay. Wild. Okay. So it'll be something like that. Kayla, excited baby girl. Oh my word, that's the first time in my entire life I've ever been called baby girl by anyone other than my mother. That's wild. That's wild. How are you doing, Calyx? How are you doing? Awesome, just got off work. Hey, nice, nice. I hope that Monday has been treating you kindly. After I've finished making my jam sandwich, I'm gonna do some animation practice. Ooh, nice. Yes. Animation is fun when you get into it. It's time consuming, but it's a lot of fun when you get into it. I know what I'm doing currently looks like absolute and utter chaos, but I promise it will make sense in a little bit. I'm just getting to get comfy and vibe. What are we working on today? You just went live. Looks like never been this early before. Yes! Now, we are indeed just went live very, very recently. Less than half an hour ago. And we are fixing the coat swing on this part of Professor Callahan's stinger animation quickly. Because what was happening was that his lab coat was falling into the resting position after a hefty jump way too quickly. So we're just putting some better physics in place. To make sure that the timing actually makes sense and that it actually looks decent. Weighted lab coat for secret strength training, yes. Those colored strings made me think he was a puppet master for a second. Yeah. What I've currently got on is my onion skin. So the green lines are where we're going and the blue lines are where we've been. And I'm just using a neon pink off of his color palette here quickly so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And basically I can switch those off because that's just the previous and next frame. So I can see exactly what I am working towards. So basically I'm drawing the pink lines in between the green and blue ones here. Just sort of map the movement out. going to need to be careful here. But okay. And I'm going to put all of these on ones as well. So let me see. I'm going to need to rename a bunch of these. So 15, 16, 17, 22, 23, 24, 25, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34. How do you keep a straight back posture? So my graphics tablet is currently slanted quite drastically. I almost feel like I need to lean back in my chair to be able to. Like, my graphics tablet is pretty much sitting at, let me just give it a squiz. Yeah. It's sitting at what I'd estimate to be approximately a 65-degree angle. So it's, like, just off, no, closer to 80-degree angle. So it's just off of vertical and quite close to me. So very close to the edge of the desk as well. So it's a what? This is a 16-inch display on my current graphics display tablet as well, so it's also quite large. And it is about... the top of the display is about 5 inches shy of my... I didn't get off my chair, I just leant so that my head was next to my tablet. just takes me out of the... it just takes me out of the line of sight of the camera. And I needed to dodge my microphone cable. Because I just happened to choose to lean on the side with my microphone. But yes, I did actually just go and measure the angle-ish. I guesstimated it. But yeah, roughly. I have a half an idea of what a 60-degree angle looks like and what a 90-degree angle looks like. Like, if I didn't know what a 90-degree angle looks like, I'd be slightly concerned. It would make navigation very, very, very challenging. But yeah. Anyway, so it's about 5 inches below my eye level and quite close to me. It's about... I don't know why I'm talking in inches. I don't use inches. It's because I've got a sewing tape measure on my desk that lives next to me for exactly these reasons. Total distance between the top of the tablet and my head is about 16 inches. Yeah, just make the L with your hand. Yep, exactly. Easy way to remember what 90 looks like, right? So yeah, it's pretty close to me. It's at a pretty exaggerated angle, and it's quite high up. So all of that adds up into me not really needing to bend over to see what I'm doing. What I find is that my greater challenge with my current setup is that the USB cable on my mouse is a little itty bitty bit short. So my hand that is operating my mouse tends to creep forward and forward and forward. And your wrists are still fine? Yeah, my wrists are actually doing an awful lot better than my shoulders and elbows are. That's for sure. The one thing that I do find is that I have a suboptimal setup in terms of my keyboard. So under ideal circumstances, there would be I would have a graphics display tablet stand that is elevated so that there is a cavity underneath it where one could typically put a keyboard. I don't have a cavity because my graphics display tablet is sitting on a book stand held at a higher elevation to see a rock and a book. That is what's giving it the right height and the right angle, is the book stand on a book with a rock behind it to keep my graphics display tablet at the right angle and height. With that, my keyboard is kind of sitting on a hacked to pieces and reassembled with cable ties kitchen basket suspended beneath my desk, which means I've got very little place to actually put my thighs. That is also very much limiting mobility in terms of how close to my desk I can get. And all of that adds up to, with everything else, my shoulders tend to do interesting things, trying to reach for stuff. So on that front, it's a little bit suboptimal, but we do what we can. You say shoulder? That reminds me I woke up today with a worse sleep posture. I thought my shoulder was almost dislocated. Yeah, nah, not fun, not fun, not fun. We have technology. Rock. Yes. The rock that holds my graphics tablet in place. 'Tis indeed a friendly rock. 'Tis a painted rock. Which one day I will replace the rock with something like an actual stand that is fit for purpose. One day is one day when the graphics tablet replacement fund is filled to the point where I can actually afford the tablet I have my eyes on. That entire goal you see at the bottom of my screen includes the graphics tablet and a stand and a USB extension and the shipping that I would need to get it to my country. Just took a better look at chat. Were you saying hi to me, Calix? Yes, Keith. Calix was saying hi to you. Yes, that is indeed what happened. Yak. What's happening here? Okay. So, I'm gonna take this entire frame. And I'm going to come in here. Come to this frame. And I'm going to go duplicate. And I'm going to put this one there. Alright. Yeah, I recognized you from the last time I was here. Yes, yes. That's always nice when chat starts recognizing each other. It's always fun. Hehehe. Okay. So now, what I need to do is, we were going to see 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, so this is going to be 35. How many have we got here? Oy. Professor Callahan, hello, hello. I'm finally managed to catch you live. Hope you're having fun with it. Hey, yes, indeed. Welcome in, welcome in. It is an absolute joy to have you here. I think I've found the better timing for the coat. I think. I need to go through a very tedious process of renaming a bunch of layers very quickly. Unless I do something stupid. But brilliant. I think I'm going to do the stupid but brilliant because that way I only have to rename 13 layers instead of nearly 30. Okay, that'll probably be better. I need to only rename 14 layers instead of 30. So that's then going to be 22. Then this is going to be duplicate. And this one is going to be like that. Okay, so we are now going to put duplicates of this 22A, which is our resting frame, with the hair in the right position. Or no, let me just check if any of the body layers sort of match up here. 21, I'm going to duplicate. And move this one up. I just want to see. I might only have to do minor tweaks to it. Okay, so we're going to need 22A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. So this is going to be 22 Mike. And then this one. Alright, it's gonna be, let me rename this one 21A here, just that I can find it again. I believe it's here. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Ah, you're inside. That is why I'm struggling to find you. Get you out of there. 21A. There you go. I think that's it. More or less. More or less. Ria, are you able to read the alphabet backwards? Reading it backwards. Well, anyone can read anything backwards, I guess. Saying it backwards off the top of my head, I can't say that it's ever been a priority to try. And while I've got something with lyrics in my ears, it's a little bit tricksy to attempt. Off the top of your head, I mean, yeah, no, I can't say it's ever been a priority. I know the phonetic alphabet. I know the phonetic alphabet that is used for the communications over radio, etc., etc., which is generally an awful lot more convenient than whatchamacallit, trying to make B's and P's distinguishable. But it's your first language? Yeah, but it's not necessary. Like, there are certain things that you do because they're necessary, and there are certain things you do because you're bored. That's one of the... I think learning the alphabet backwards is one of those things that you do when you're bored, and I can't say that I've ever been bored in my life. I've always had too much to do. Let me just put this in. There we go. Let's see. Ain't nobody gonna know the alphabet backwards just because it's their first language. True that. Ain't how the brain works. Yeah. It's weird. I was reminded of it when I saw a clip of a VTuber saying it backwards to prove she wasn't a 6th grader. I would not use being able to say the alphabet backwards as proof that you're not a 6th grader. I would not use that as proof. It's like, if anything, yeah. If you want to prove that someone is in fact not in school, you should actually be asking them something related to, okay, how does this or that real life process that an actual person out in the world ought to know. Work. I would argue that it actually worked against her. Yeah. Anyway, let me see if I can figure this out now. Okay, it would help if I actually removed this one and went back to 0 here. No. Did I do this stupid just now? Yes, I did. Clear it and be careful to actually grab the actual angles. Only kids have that kind of time? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so, let me just come back here and start renaming layers because I need to do that. Duplicate bunch. Duplicate a bunch. Collapse the head on 22M. A, B, C, D. This is going to be 22 echo. Charlie, Delta, move echo to the right place. Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Kilo. And one more. Lima, because the next is Mike. Okay. Place these in. Okay, what do you guys usually do in your free time? I've mentioned that I'm a watcher of YouTuber clips. It might be how you recommended Harry's stream to me to be offered. Honestly, it might be more of common for people to learn the alphabet backwards if it was their second language to learn it even better. That's a thought. Yeah, although I don't think that learning the alphabet backwards is actually helpful in language acquisition. If I was going to spend the time memorizing the alphabet backwards, I would rather spend that memorizing vocabulary. I would honestly rather spend that memorizing vocabulary. I think that would be a more useful way of spending the time, personally, if I was doing language acquisition. Now, I need to see, I think I did something here. So I'm going to come back to 22A here. And that is a hydrate. So everyone, acquire your nearest safer consumption beverage and take a sip. So what I need to do here is I need to come to this and make it full opacity again, just so that I can see what I'm doing. So now what I want to do is I want to switch my background layers on again, because I now don't need it dark, so that I can see my... what beverage is not safe for consumption? You know, gearbox oil, dishwashing liquid, bleach, general fluid stuff that is, not safe for consumption. Whatever your species happens to be. We're not going to assume, but if you are in fact a robot, then maybe orange juice with pulp is not the best bet. But if you are an organic life form, neither is antifreeze. You would be amazed at what some people have said regarding hydration. Didn't mention fabric dye, let's go. You see what I mean? You see. If you are in fact made out of cotton, then maybe fabric dye is acceptable. But I am not going to assume who is not made out of cotton. I was waiting for someone to come in, and of course, Ren, you came in at just the right time. How are you doing? Oh, joy. You always come up with such clever ones. It's already in a Pepsi bottle ready for consumption. Oh no! Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. What I need to do is I need to come over here, I believe. And I need to, on the body base layer, hide the colors. I'm just doing my strategizing here for our methodology so that I don't end up having to do triple work. Because copy that one, put it in here as well. Wrong one. I want one that's got hip on this side. That is in the hair layers. That's not where I want to be. I want to be in the body base layers. Copy. 22A. Paste. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate the lines that I want to keep. Put those together. And then assemble a foundation off of which I can then just animate the coat over the top. Do you usually say first language or do you say mother tongue when referring to it? I usually say first language. I don't know why I don't say mother tongue. It sounds weird when I say it. For me personally. I always say native language. Ah, I see. Okay, so now I'm going to quickly scroll up here a little bit. Hide that, which is our examples of new physics. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of every line except the ones having to do with that hip bone, or with that hip. Hide the hair, hide the expression, which means I can grab my lasso, zoom out, grab all of that and be gone with you, because I literally only want this line. Delete control point, you, and you. Okay, so on this side, I wanted this line. Okay. Or was that a mistake? Yes, it was a mistake. Why? Because I wanted to get the curvature of the belt here. Hide the rest of you. Clear that. Okay, now we come out and remove the excess. So that will give us the closure there, more or less. I'm just going to do the corrections. Pretty good prop. Let the records show. Chat did not ask why there. Yeah. Basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting the lab coat on a new layer on top, in a new layer group on top of this, so that at this point the shirt is done settling into its resting position, and then it's just the coat that swishes, because otherwise it's a lot and unnecessary. But Archmage, hello, welcome, and thank you for the hydrates. Everyone, courtesy of Archmage, let's grab our nearest safer consumption beverages and take a sip as well. How are you doing, Archmage? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I was away for a bit. What was chat talking about? You know, I have lost track. A little bit. I'm also somewhat confused. But then again, I am regularly confused, so what's new? Hey! Let me grab everything there. Okay. So that should, for all practical purposes, give us most of what we need. So now if we take this and remove everything that is related to the coat. Although I can keep, I think, I can keep up until the tops here. No, I want to keep that. And there's so much debris over here that needs to be removed. Great. Now we take those two and reduce the opacities there. Come back. Okay, now get rid of this line. Get rid of this line. There's going to be debris. Yep, there's debris. Get rid of that. Get rid of... all of you extras. Okay, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Is that also debris? It's on one of the other layers, so it's fine. Okay, that will do the trick-ish, I think. Okay, so now what we do is we grab move control point. No, add control point. Yeah. And make sure that we get a matching curve. There we go. And I'm going to delete some control points here. Just make this a little bit smoother. Add. Okay, then we have in fact got the correct brush. Hide onion skin. And trace this layer that we copied. Delete, delete. Move you. Okay. Eek. Too long. There we go. That'll do the trick. Yep, that'll do. Get rid of the extras. There. Move you. And delete the extra. Move you. That's pretty exact. Okay, that works. And there we go. Cut that. Get rid of the extras. Get rid of the debris. There we go. Show you. Add control point. Pull this up. Like so. Basically just continuing the line. Which torpedo bomber is better, the Barracuda or the Tenzan? You know, I can't say that I know enough about that sort of apparatus to be able to give any sort of personal opinion on the matter. You know what? I'm going to. I'm going to cheat. Because I'm not actually going to like having this all attached. It's going to make things difficult later if I've got it all on the same piece. I'll steal the shoulders onto another layer and the collar onto another layer. clear that. Move that up there. It's the thought that counts, but cheating is frowned upon. Only in competitive scenarios. And where it results directly in theft. Or other illegal activities. Cheating in this way is entirely about making the best product with the fewest number of tiers. Okay, so now if we show white base here. Hide multiply, hide multiply. Hide that. Hide that again. Select outside. There's still a gap. Move control point. Select outside. Invert selected area. No. Invert. Grab you. And you, and you. Invert selected area and clear. Okay. Whew. Now, we grab that. Fill, fill. Those gaps, grab that, fill, 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 grab that, fill, fill, grab that, fill and fill, grab that, fill and fill. Show you. Mask, we're going to clear. Grab this section on the mask layer still and fill. There we go. So now that will clip in place nicely there. Okay. Now with the exception of the shadows, which are going to need to be repaired as we do the coat layers, we've pretty much got our new body base in place. So let me just hide that one. Okay, so it's multiply 2 that's going to have issues. Okay, let's switch white base back to Gengar mode. Because that's what we're going to need to edit. Okay. So now we take the new body base, copy, and we put it in all of these. So collapse that, paste. And it's going to be a lot of pasting. Get rid of the old ones. Paste. we are getting there. We're getting there. Just making the job easier for us in a little bit. Because if I had to redraw all of these body baselines every single time, it would look wobbly and it would be poor quality and it would take forever. So there is no need to make myself work that hard. When I can repurpose the lines, I must now repurpose the lines. Okay. So that should give us all of those. Except I want to keep this one as is. Wait a second. Can I zoom in on this timeline more? I can indeed. I heard about a movie from Japan that was entirely hand-drawn called Redline. It lived up to the hype. Yeah. So yes, Redline was completely hand-drawn, including backgrounds, which hasn't been done for a while. Every frame was beautiful. Yeah. I'm not sure if every frame was inked. I haven't seen the film myself yet, but I did hear about it as a direct I did hear that it was basically a direct protest to generative AI almost, but I could be mistaken on that particular front. But I remember it was a really intense project. This one is going to become November, and L2 is going to become Mike. Redline came out way before AY. It's a cult classic, kind of like Akira. Okay, no. Look, if at some point all anime it can't completely hand draw. So then I'm thinking of a different film that came out recently. I'm thinking of a different one then. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different one then. Anyway, madness. Madness. I'm definitely thinking of something else. Whose name I have obviously gotten wrong. Yeah, there was a time when all anime were completely hand-drawn. Now I've actually got to also put this body base on everything up until here. Yeah, I've got to put this Genghis style body base on everything up until frame 15. And this one is wrong. Wow, this one is so wrong. Good grief. You. And I was tweening off of that. Ew, no. Reassess. Clear. clear that and try this one again. Because yuck. You never answered my worst, do you do in your free time question? Tell me I didn't just hear we had a tusk. Yes, I did just tusk. At myself, entirely. It was entirely at myself. I'm the only person I criticize that harshly. What do I do in my free time? I don't actually have a lot of free time, surprisingly. When I am not live, I am either trying to prepare something for stream, or I'm trying to come up with a way of marketing stuff and failing miserably, or I am trying to research tools that I can use to make stuff better. Or I am doing domestic home maintenance. Things like dishes and laundry and keeping the dogs happy. And all of that madness. You know. I don't actually do... I don't exactly have much free time. I do read webcomics, though. That is my wake-up routine. I bury myself in action webcomics. I find that it's a very easy medium to attach to, personally. Would it shock you if I said I'm not very surprised you wouldn't have much free time? No, it wouldn't surprise me. The madness that I am involved in is largely of my own making. But I would not have it any other way. Now I'm going to clear this one and redo it because I am pretty certain that those tweens were terrible. And I was not wrong. Come on. There we go, better. What are some of your top songs to listen to? Mine is Every Time I Touch by Cascada. Then I heard the metal cover by Dan Abedin. It was just as good as the original. Yeah, I don't know if I've actually got favorite songs. I listen to a mad mix, and I try to change it up so that I'm not listening to the same stuff all the time. And we have another hydrate, so everyone acquire your nearest safer consumption beverage and take a sip. Like, obviously I listen to the stuff in my stream playlist that you see in the bottom left corner of the screen quite a lot. Because I'm listening to it pretty much almost every day. But it's actually pretty limited because I've taken everything that is published Western music out of that list because that gets you slapped on the DMCA while you're live. So it's actually quite limited. All of the big record labels from the West I've kind of had to croon out of my normal chaos playlist. How do you set up your playlist on stream? Is it just a Spotify thing? Like, the plugin that I'm using is connected to my Spotify, yes. But the main thing is having an audio mixer to separate your audio so that what is playing on stream and what is recorded in the VOD is separate. So YouTube is hearing something that's different from Twitch, and Twitch, the VOD, is going to not have background music at all. So that's how I've got it pretty much set up. Now let me check here again. Keys. There we go. I don't know what you call the original, but it wasn't metal. I think it gave them a more romantic soft feel. Yeah. Let me put it this way. When it comes to musical genres lately, it's impossible to tell. Wait. So you... Okay. I need to check my audio splitting then. I need to check my audio splitting. Hold up. If it did this stupid again. Cable B, yes. Colors, please tell me it's not doing the stupid. I'm just going to pause it for a second. And just come over here. Let me just make sure that I'm not hearing the stupid. 1 second. This should be monitor and out. Okay, that is in fact doing what it's supposed to be doing there. Monitor off. Close. That one is channel 3. That one is channel 1. Channel 2 is my VOD channel. The one I'm referring to was the Gurren Lagann one from just a few minutes ago. I assumed it would be copyrighted. Stuff from the Japanese publishers. The Japanese record labels are a lot more forgiving on anime music and such. Anime and games music from Japan are actually much more loosely guarded than, say, if I wanted to play something from Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin or Dire Straits or ABBA or Zappa or Santana, etc., etc. Except if Nintendo. But Capcom is pretty forgiving. But it's all got to do with licensing between the Japanese music administrator and YouTube, basically. So, like, Nier, no problem. But YouTube should not currently be able to hear this Brothers in Arms by... if I can just not read stupid. Bleh. Masayoshi Soken. If YouTube is hearing that, it should not be hearing that. So then I guess it was intended then, yeah. But if you are hearing battle music, then something is going wrong. Greetings, Rian Misslings. Hello. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hello, Hype. It is great to see you here. We're currently doing some troubleshooting. with YouTube and music. Because if YouTube can currently hear something out of Final Fantasy XIV, then it's wrong. YouTube should not be hearing Final Fantasy XIV. Have I arrived in time for scuff? Possibly. Can someone confirm whether you are hearing the same looping music or if you are hearing on YouTube Final Fantasy XIV? We're called the Mistlings? You are called the Mistlings. Yes. If you're following me on my social media where I give you updates on things and stuffs and schedules and changes to schedules and whatnots, you'll see I greet the Mistlings. It's playing Final Fantasy XIV. Okay, it should not be. It should not be. Let me come over here. Advanced settings, audio settings. It should be track 2. Okay. Right? It's playing... Okay, I know the thing in the bottom corner says that it's playing Final Fantasy XIV, but what are you hearing? No, it should not be track 2. It should not be track 2. It should be... Audio settings has to be track 3. YouTube is track 3. Yeah! Why is things... Okay. If I hit this button, YouTube should be hearing nothing in the background. If I hit this button, you should only hear me. Still hearing the music? Okay. What is broken? What is broken? Oh, man. Can things just not be broken one day? I already rebooted my computer 3 times this day. Okay, so why was that going through the same channel as my microphone? Flaming skies. Let's go. Here. Because Windows flippin' 11. It says cable B. Here. I feel like the YouTube delay might not be very helpful for this. Yeah. It's messy. Okay. So currently, all music should be off on all platforms. Now I'm going to switch on what should be audible on YouTube. It's gonna be quiet. Because I've been told that that is loud enough for the VODs. It ought to be anyway. And I'm speaking as little as possible there. So that it's okay, Ria. Bad tech days all around. My webcam decapitated itself, so mood. Ooh, yeah. Just do karaoke, make your own music. Let's go. Oh, Aina. I as much as I'd absolutely love to do a karaoke stream at some point, not while I've got deadlines impending. Oh man, I did not want to spend hours today doing tech troubleshooting for audio madness. Okay, I at no point muted myself, so you should still be able to hear me. If I'm not making any noises, it's because I'm intentionally shutting up so that you can hear if stuff is on in the background. But yes, the delay between audio madness, from my little experience, is the maddest of madness. Yes, audio madness is horrible. Track 3, yes. Here, audio settings, track 3, yes. I don't hear anything but voice now. Maybe you fixed it? Okay. I know while live it sounds a little bit quiet, but maybe if I dial it up to about there. No, that's going to clash with my speaking voice too much. It's just too close. There. 37 instead of 30? Maybe. Maybe 37 instead of music is 30. Go. Okay. That's like a 30-second delay. Wow. Hold up. What is my settings over here say? Stream settings. Oh, it's on low latency, not ultra low latency, that's why. I think I've never related with you that much. Setting up audio, I sound exactly like you. Yeah. For the record, I still hear no music on YouTube. I'm not sure how the stream delay is, but if it helps the on-screen chat, just showed Pessimistics Audio Madness comment. Yeah, so that's about a 30-second delay, and that's because I've got my stream latency on low latency. It should have been an ultra-low latency, which actually takes off the ability to do the DVR, which is the thing that lets you go and go back in time while the stream is still live. Okay, so I'm now going to switch on the Twitch music again. And if you hear something over and above whatever might have been in the background between then and now, please let me know. You have a large delay in chat now? Yeah. It's actually mad. I am half tempted to disconnect and reconnect, because this latency is actually disgusting. This latency is actually disgusting. You know, that's probably because when I tried to set up the stream, the setup failed. That's probably the issue. Is anyone here watching off of Twitch? Is anyone here watching off of Twitch? I don't see any icons to say Twitch. Not since Archmage. A small eternity back. Hold on. Because if the Twitch delay is smaller... Let me check something real quick. Let's check this. Test. Okay, it popped up there pretty quickly. And on OBS. what copyright music to get us here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Whose fault it is doesn't matter. But I might need to set up a second stream. I'm here. Okay. So my streamer bot is also delayed. My streamer bot is also definitely delayed. In terms of what's going out on the whatchamacallit, on the OBS. Because it's coming up really quickly on the streamer bot chat that is not displaying on OBS. But it's massively delayed over here. Don't really have a delay between Twitch and YouTube, surprisingly. Yeah. I don't know if it's maybe the ATEM multi-stream that's causing the delay to match the latency between the two platforms, or if it's something else. I'm very, very, very tempted to start a new stream. I am very tempted. Are you guys okay with that option? And just cut the latency? No music behind, let's go. Yeah, because the latency is actually driving me up the wall as well. Because my internet seems stable. Could be, but I know some multi-streams where Twitch is way further than YouTube. Yeah, it does happen sometimes. So I am very, very, very tempted. Hype seems to be in favor of restarting. We will follow you there. Okay. I'm going to restart the stream. I'm going to set up YouTube as well. Stream 2.0 on YouTube as well, with the delay set to ultra low latency, because this quote-unquote low latency being almost a minute is just pathetic. So I will see you guys in a minute or 4, or so. I'll be back as soon as I humanly can.